It's 2022, your phone has wireless charging capabilities and you're still using that pesky cord from the dollar store that doesn't even work half the time. What if your car had the ability to wirelessly charge your phone wirelessly? In today's video, we're ditching those pesky cables and we're going to be installing JD Car's all-new wireless charger in my F80 M3. Hey, this is Brian. Thanks for watching Kies Motorsports. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and check us out at KiesMotorsports.com. As you guys know, phone technology changes like every month it seems, and most phones on the market today have wireless charging capabilities, but the time they made our cars, they either had really bad wireless chargers or none at all. So in today's video, we're going to show you how to retrofit JD Car's all-new wireless charger in my F80 M3. Also works on F30s and F32. So without further ado, let's get started with the install. All right, let's jump right into the installation. So once again, this is my F80 M3. If you have an F30, an F32, F82, it's going to be a very similar process, if not exactly the same. Now I will say I do have this Black Forest Industry shift knob, which is going to make it so that I can't pull this piece off without taking it off. So we are going to have to do some finagling and some just working around that, but other than that, everything's gonna be pretty much the same. I will say if you have an F80 or an F82 with a leather knee pad, by doing this, you will lose this, but when you look at what you lose and what you gain, this is definitely the way to go. So last thing I want to say before we get started is if you look in my center console here, I have all of the tools that JD Cars actually include with the kit. There is this little ring, which I'm going to talk to you about in a little bit, which is required for LCI cars. This does work on pre-LCI and LCI. And Jake also gives you trim tools, he gives you pick tools, and even a T20. So the only thing you need is a 10 mil to disconnect the negative terminal of your battery. Other than that, you have everything that you need. So let's start ripping this thing apart and jump right into it. First thing we're going to do is we are going to remove this piece of trim and unplug our controller. So just try to rock this up a little bit, and then you can take your trim tool, put it underneath, and then just very carefully start to pull this up. There are a series of clips, which I'm going to show you in 1 second, and then there's these little tabs that go back down, so it's always lift from the front and then pull it up. And this is kind of funny, but I've actually not taken this part out of my car yet, on this car at least. So on the bottom of the controller, there's a little plug. It's going to come out pretty easy, so just pop that out, and then you can set this in a safe place. Next, take the included T20, and you're going to release this little screw right here. And this is going to be reused, so make sure you don't lose it. The next thing we need to do is we need to remove this piece right here. Now, on a normal car that doesn't have the shift knob, it's just gonna pop right up. You can either take a little, one of your trim tools and try to get it in here and pop it up, or what I found is if you just kind of pop the back up just like that, it'll start it for you so that you can, oh, there you go, it does come off. That's great. You can just do it like that. And then we're just going to disconnect that connection, let it hang, and put this out of the way. All right, so the next thing we need to do is we need to remove this little control panel. If you look on the JD Cars one, you will notice that there is a little hole where there is a hidden screw. The way that this works is there's a little clip on the top, a little clip on the bottom. Two ways to do it. The easy way is to take out these 4 screws, but I'm gonna try to do the install with what's provided. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna reach my hand around and then release the clip. And once this is out, I'll show you exactly what I did. So if you take a look over here, there's this little clip. So basically I just reached my hand in here and around. I pushed this in and then I popped it out, and then the other side came out with ease. And then there's this little blue clip. You just press on the left and also the right, and then this piece is gonna come off just like that. Then once you've done that, we can release our hidden little screw here. Then with your hands, you can just lift this up. So if you take a look at the JD Cars one, you'll notice that there are these little tabs. So you're going to lift up as you're pulling out a little bit. Then once you've done that, we're gonna lift it up here, and there's a connection over here. What this is a proximity sensor. So this is one of the sensors where if you walk up to your car with comfort access, it knows that your car is nearby. Next over here, there's another connection, and this is where the 12 volt is. So just press on the left and right of that, and then this piece is going to completely pull out just like that. Next, while we're here, we're going to release this screw, which holds the proximity sensor on, just like that. And I'm going to transfer this over to the new piece. One thing I will point out is that when you reinstall it onto your new piece here, it goes kind of flat before it was on its side on the old piece. The other thing that you're going to need from the OEM piece, you are going to need to transfer over these clips. So to get these off, all you need to do is just take your trim tool, loosen them up, and then you'll be able to pull them off. They look just like that, and then just slide them on the appropriate tabs. All right, so at this point, what we need to do is we need to get the 12 volt out. So first, let's start over here with the plug. If you look over here, what you want to do is press it upwards. So you can see, I was trying to do it without seeing, but there's this little clip right there. So you just move that over, and this is just going to slide down, and there's a new spot for that. Then we can pull up our wires, just like so. And then over here and on the other side, there are these little retaining tabs. So we're going to press these in, and then I'm gonna pop it through. Okay, and just pop it all the way through. And then at this point, we're done with the stock piece. Everything should just snap into place. If you want to take this plastic piece out, there is one included in there that you can use as well. So once we've done that, we're going to take our wire, pop it through here, feed that up, and connect it in just like that. All right, so now we are basically ready to start installing everything. So as you can see, it looks like a lot more than it is. It's really only a couple connections, couple screws. There's going to be this little piggyback cable, we'll call it. Basically what this is going to do is it's going to intercept the power source from your 12 volt, and it's going to supply it to the wireless charger. So what you're gonna do is just connect this into here. Make sure that everything clips into place. And then you're going to take this connection, you're going to install it into here like so. I'm going to try to do this so you guys can see everything that I'm doing. Next, you have your wireless charger connection. So you're going to take the other end of this over here, the interceptor cable we'll call it. You're going to plug that in, and then that's fully wired up. We're just going to need to tidy up some of these wires over here, and then plug a couple other connections in, put a couple screws in, and then this installation will be wrapped up. So let me go grab a zip tie. I'm going to make sure that all these wires are nice and neat, and then we'll proceed. All right, so now that all of that is done, I'm going to take these prongs and I'm going to start to line them up into these little grooves over here. And then once I get a little bit closer, I'm going to plug in my proximity sensor. Okay, so right there, I can get that proximity sensor plugged in. Then I'm going to route my control panel wiring up this way. Okay, then this is for my drive logic. So then what you can do, start to work your way around, get everything seated like so. It will have a little bit of springiness to it, but that is perfectly normal. And then from there, we just need to plug in the rest of our stuff here. So you can take your control unit, pop that in like so. Then clip this into place. Then if you have an F30 or an F32 and you don't have this button, or if you have a manual, and you don't have the drive logic button, you can kind of skip this part. But if you do have it, you're gonna plug this in and then pop this down like that, and then make sure that everything snaps into place. Then the last piece is connect this last little connection over here, and then start from the back, work your way forward, pop that in like that. And at this point, everything is fully installed. We just need to reconnect our negative terminal on our battery, and then we can test it out. So at this point, everything is fully installed. We have the car in accessory mode, so there is a little green light on there. And if I take my phone and pop it on there, everything instantly starts charging. So It works really good. One of the concerns that I had is that a lot of you know that BMW actually has their own wireless charger. However, they made it at a time when phones were much smaller than they are today. That is a 13 Pro Max, whatever they call it. It is the biggest phone that Apple makes, and it fits perfectly fine. So that was my concern. Everything started charging right away. Everything fits really nice. It looks OEM. It doesn't even look OEM plus, it just looks OEM. It looks like it came from the factory like this. And definitely a really nice touch, and definitely makes it easy. You can still see your phone and whatnot. You're not dealing with all these cables and stuff. And not only does it work with Apple, but it works with Android as well. Any phone really that has wireless charging capability. So super happy with it. If you guys are interested in one for your F30 or F32, F80, F82, we're gonna have some links for you down below. But anyway, once again, my name is Brian, that's Zach behind the camera. Thanks for watching Kies Motorsports. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe. Check us out at kiesmotorsports.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.